What made you believe in another god जब सारे gods एक ही होते हैं?
Religion is very, very violent.
Jesus existed and there's a proof for his existence.
Are we religiously inclined on what we do on a day-to-day basis?
So basically my question is religion for sale?
To clarify, because I know I've talked a lot of random bullshit in this episode and probably which I didn't mean to talk about. Mic testing 1, 2, 3. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Double Bond podcast. ये शायद से episode 19 होगा.
1 hour later.
As usual, मैं पाई ये सिग्मा और आज हम किस टॉपिक पे बात करने वाले हैं मुझे as usual नहीं पता. ये अगर फ्रेम में मेरे ना आए तो बता सकता है उसके खुद के एंगल पे.
I will like बहुत दिनों से मैंने बहुत सारे लोगों को देखा है and I really thought थोड़ा मतलब let's talk about change of religion and intercaste bullshit. ठीक है? I mean it's self-explanatory.
Thumbnail, Intercast bullshit. Okay, go on.
Okay. So basically like I won't take names but I obviously लेकिन I met like 2 friends in my life like recently. एक उसके मतलब like parents one is like Hindu and one is Christian.
Yeah.
And दूसरे के parents भी one is Hindu, one is Christian. And apparently I found a common thing like दोनों के parents में like in the parent pairs.
Yeah.
ठीक है? I found that one of the parent doesn't believe in God itself and then they got converted.
Intercaste. That's a good topic to start upon, I'd say. Like, religious stuff and like the way you started, it kind of देखो यार simple है. If you're married, if you're going to get married, you're going to like someone or you already like someone who is of a different religion. I would say you would have that much connection between each other.
It's not love, by the way. It was arranged. I forgot to tell you that.
Well, never mind.
That makes it confusing.
Yeah, yes, it does. So, in a love marriage, if you're getting married to a girl who's not from your religion, or if you're getting married to a boy who's not from your religion, most cases में the connection is so good that they tend to convert.
Okay.
एक सेकंड, मुझे अभी तक ये डाउट है, अरेंज मैरिज कैसे?
That's the doubt even I asked them. They were like, पैसा था.
What do you?
One of there was like one of the parents was into so much tragic events and all that, so they stopped believing in God. And उसके बाद the other parent comes into their life. Family connections होते हैं ना. And one of the parents, she's anyway not believing in God, so she was fine. And the other set of parents, one was not like financially so good. The other was financially very good.
Money. Okay, money matters. That is correct. But if you're in a love marriage or if you're going to get in a love marriage and say तेरी जो बंदी है वो तेरे religion में नहीं है, you would have that sort of understanding कि okay, who believes in God more and which God is more believed. There are two things to that whole like scenario. First thing is who believes in God more. If say you believe more than your girlfriend, it makes sense for her to convert towards your religion. Whereas if say the God is more believable that side, you convert to her religion. It kind of correlates कि ठीक है connection है दोनों के बीच में, दोनों को लगता है कि long term चलेगा and it isn't going to affect your family. Like obviously, India is not orthodox anymore. There are a lot of religions, a lot of intercaste and marriages going on, and it's not new. It's been happening since our parents' age. even should I say our parents, अमिताभ बच्चन के एज से हो रहा है भाई, लिटरली तब 70s से चल रहा है ये सब. तो we shouldn't, especially in the Union territories, in those places, because mainly it was occupied by Christian people mostly. It kind of makes sense कि हाँ थोड़ा religious, A religion B religion दोनों का marriage है, दोनों like in some what do you call it, Union territory. In the mainland of India, I would say it is pretty rare कि जो तेरे दो दोस्त है उनका बहुत rare scenario हम लेके आए हैं आज. I do not know how. Okay, money matters, yeah, but other than that, it is pretty rare to have like, you know, an arranged marriage happening out of caste, one, because Hinduism, and two, out of religion. Malab, there's one more factor, which is the money. Poverty line ke niche, yeah, say the maids of India, the men, working men, labor, they might not have that kind of understanding. They just want the best for themselves, and that kind of induces no regards to religion in some cases. मैंने बहुत से देखा है.
99% of people in Hindus stay intact as Hindus. 97 of Muslims stay intact as Muslims. 94 of Christians stay intact as Christians. But that 1% of Hindus and the 3% of Muslims and the 6% of Christians tend to change their relationship over the period of time to anything other than that. I'm only talking about the three main religions present in India. ठीक है, the majority ones. तो मेरा question ये है, what is the factor that makes people change their religion? Number one factor is money. As I saw, अभी नहीं, there were many cases, like for example in Andhra Pradesh, there were many talks that Jagan actually is now Jagan Reddy. So basically that man was Christian before. Okay. Yeah, that man was Christian before. To get into politics, that man changed his religion. Okay. Back to Hindu. But his wife is still Christian.
Okay.
But his wife is still Christian. But there were many newses he was giving money to people who are poor and changing their religion to Christianity. I've seen these cases before happening in the political system. कुछ नया नहीं है. I mean, think India was Pakistan. ठीक है. Think India. No, not think India was Pakistan. Fine. Don't think India is Pakistan. Okay. Think instead of BJP there was some other party जिसमें Muslim members ज़्यादा थे. I'm pretty sure अगर वो leadership में होता तो Muslim would be promoted in India like how BJP is promoting Hinduism. That's 100%. So same way, उसका मतलब religion Christianity था. So he was doing his back support वाला mission of pushing Christianity.
Okay, that way.
In the Andhra Pradesh. So basically, my question is religion for sale? Is religion for sale in India? Is my question. I mean, like foreigners, I think in this case are way better. वो तो कहीं से भी आके इंडिया में temple worship करके still stay Christian man. They don't change religions.
To be honest, us being Hindus, we should not provide proper credit नहीं देना चाहिए to the foreigners, because they were the ones who firstly they were the ones who started Christianity of 30,000 different ways.
I mean,
there are so many Christians. There's not one single path. It's like the gods of Hindus. There are 50,000 gods in the entire Hindu. Might be more, might be less. I don't know. But utne sare gods. Same way, foreigners induce this sort of Christianity में इतने सारे rules. I think Christianity in France is 5 or 6 different sub-religion types. And मुझे ये ऐसे लगता है कि the fact where you were is religion on sale in India? Mainly we'll talk about India. World के बारे में बाद में बताएंगे. In India, again, the statistics show that 99% of Hindus stay intact, stay Hindus. Only the 1%, maybe because of money, maybe because of
It's because of BJP.
maybe because of relationships.
Okay.
It can differ.
Hmm.
But again, that is because BJP is also promoting. Because if BJP didn't promote, say the last, before 2014, I would say I knew at least 7 to 8 Muslim friends in my class.
I mean,
7 to 8 Christian friends in my class. I'm not saying that they changed their
I know.
religion and came to the higher classes. But एक था वो कि कांग्रेस जब था 2014 के पहले, तब it was like, are we really a Hindu dominated country?
I mean, that is how it should never feel like we are a Hindu.
It shouldn't.
Yeah.
No, trust me, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
It shouldn't feel like a Hindu dominated country. It's just that in some ways BJP worked their way through to make India as a progressively religious country, aided by the fact that majoritatively it is Hindus. और इसमें कोई problem नहीं. There's no political side of this. It is a fact that probably 75% के आसपास, editor check this, 75% के आसपास इंडिया में we'll consider 75% के आसपास लोग इंडिया में हिंदू हैं. BJP did not promote in any way for other religious people to shift to Hinduism. So the whole thing of is religion changes or shifting or religious beliefs discussed, are they on saying? I wouldn't say so. Situation wise, I'd say yeah. It is right that say X situation gets you to a point where, again, like you said, Jagan Mohan Reddy. Jagan became Jagan Mohan Reddy. Now I don't know him.
I don't know what is Christian is.
Okay, it's same. But the fact that he had to situationally change his religion, I think that is more and more in India compared to abroad states. And it's not more related to money, it can be. That's my whole point. And when it comes to Intercaste, trust me, that's a topic which is like a needle in a haystack.
I mean, sometimes, you're changing religion for money, okay, ठीक है, समझ लूँगा, पैसे नहीं है, okay. You're changing religion for emotions. The whole emotions are at question. What is your emotional state? So weak. Fine. Let's test the, what do you call it? Purity of us. Okay. Be honest. On how much money would you sell your religion to change? On how much money? What cost would you put?
Okay. Let me get this right. So is it the fact that I am changing?
You are changing. But on what? On how much money price or MRP would you put?
Probably 2-3 lakhs.
What 2-3 lakhs?
Yeah.
You would change your religion for 2-3 lakhs? Yeah. Why? Really? Just for 2-3 lakhs?
है क्या उसमें?
Religion?
मैं तो free में दे दूँ. नहीं, see, I'm not saying that, again, it's the atheist part of me, it's just 2-3 lakhs. If it was that
No, you have to consider your family situations, because every single thing stopping a middle class guy is a family situation. Makes more sense, no?
ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 50, 1 करोड़ ले ले, 1-2 करोड़ ले, देगा तो कोई नहीं वैसे भी तो.
वो अलग बात.
हाँ, वही नंबर हाई रख लेता है.
I wouldn't sell. I mean, free money है, but still मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता.
Whole topic about religion, caste, it again brings me to PK. भगवान ने धब्बा लगा के थोड़ी ना भेजा है कि ये ले.
That's a different thing. Yeah, अब देख ऑब्वियसली उन्होंने लगाया नहीं, इट्स अ ह्यूमन बिल्ट अप सेग्रीगेटिंग सिस्टम, ठीक है।
अब तू जब बेचने की बात करता है तो we are made the way we are. Are we religiously inclined towards the way we are built? I would doubt that, because a lot of Christians are atheists. Okay, and they lead a normal life. They don't. Okay, they do go to the church like every now and then.
I mean, like the main reason why I would totally believe, why at least partial belief that Christian people are atheists is because Jesus existed and there's a proof for his existence. So if there are believers of God, there are pure believers of God, because उनको पता है they existed.
Yeah.
But if there are atheist people of Christianity, they are completely atheist because they feel like that person is now gone. अभी कोई है
नहीं. So the point I am trying to make here. Are we religiously inclined on what we do on a day-to-day basis? Is it really like कि नहीं हम ऐसे नहीं करेंगे तो भगवान राम आके हमें ले जाएंगे, ऐसे कुछ होने वाला है? नहीं ना.
I mean, like at least the present generation.
Exactly. New generation. We haven't seen a Ram avatar or Krishna avatar in long time.
Yeah.
It's not like we do something changing. We say we change religion. Like Bhagwan Ram is going to come up to my doorstep and be like, "Chal tere se वापस आ जा भाई." And see, it's like firearms. It's like weaponry. It's like war. Religion is very, very violent.
Yeah.
Especially in India, the way like some people want to portray India as religion is their forefront. जब तूने देखा होगा पॉलिटिक्स में ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग सिर्फ रिलीजन और सिर्फ क्या बोलते हैं दंगे फसाद किस वजह से होते हैं इन पॉलिटिक्स में? इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ X person who was a Muslim broke a white temple which is belonging to the Hindus or the other way around. तो उस हिसाब से religion is a very violent term in India. It's like तुझे कुछ भी हो सकता है. Now the fact that you're changing from X religion to Y religion, does it really have that much significance?
No.
Say 75% of India's population is, let's say, kitna 140 crores. Say 95 crore people of India are Hindus. One person, 95 crore people. One person comes out of that 9999 people. जितने भी 9 लगाने लगा. Is it really going to affect them?
No, it won't affect.
हाँ. And the second point is, ये सब in your mind, you keep in mind that you have no like zero changes. तू अगर हिंदू रहेगा, तू अगर क्रिश्चियन रहेगा, तू अगर मुस्लिम रहेगा, you have zero changes in your day to day life. तू जैसे जी रहा है वैसे ही जिएगा. तू 2 बार हिला रहा है, 2 बार हिलाएगा, उसमें कुछ चेंज नहीं आने वाला. ये और the fact that the majority or even your religion, I'm not saying just the majority, your religion has X number of people. You are X minus 1. You're that one person who's leaving. Is the X number of people going to have any problem with it? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So that way, I don't feel like कि जो selling of religion जो तूने topic लाया था, it makes sense, of course. But
you're getting something out of it.
हाँ, but people don't necessarily think a lot about this.
Obviously they don't.
Mainly because देख हम middle class, upper classes जो होते हैं उनमें और lower classes जो होते हैं उनमें, do you really think a person who earns 1 rupee per day or say not even 1 rupee inflation के वजह से let's say 500 per day would really care to switch? Or do you think a person who earns 500 lakhs per day would really care to switch? Because उसके life, उसके day-to-day life में there's
probably very minimal space.
just finally you're just going to change the क्या बोलते हैं the statue. You're going to change from a statue to a like frame probably. That's it. You're praying. Your God is within you. Simple. It's not like कि religion बदलने से उसके पास ज़्यादा पैसा आ रहा है या कम पैसा आ रहा है. तो our case we would overthink it a lot. कि यार ये चाचा क्या बोलेंगे, इस फूफी ने क्या बोल दिया, ऐसे कुछ उल्टा सुल्टा हो सकता है. कि शादी जाएंगे तो शादी एक तो हिंदू होती है, like marriages are Christian.
I don't know.
वैसे शादी में जाएंगे तो कौन सी भी चाची मिल गई क्या बोलेंगे. Whereas when it comes to other classes, they wouldn't think so.
How would you react? How would you see me if I changed religion? First scenario. I'm completely atheist. Okay. I'm completely atheist and think I'm Hindu. ठीक है. And I changed religion. And I changed religion to समझ ले Christianity. Okay. And I came and told you कि भाई मैं पहले God में believe नहीं करता था when I was in Hindu, but now I changed my religion to Christianity and now I believe in God. How would you react?
I'd say okay, move on with it. We are in the fucking 22nd century and almost 21st century खत्म होने वाली है. Should we really care about religion? पर हाँ एक है कि हम situationship wise इंडिया में पैदा हो चुके हैं.
Situation wise होता है भाई.
ठीक है भाई, पैदा तो हुए इंडिया में. इंडिया में पैदा होके हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ठीक है. I will say okay and move on. Because finally तू मेरा दोस्त है, तू थोड़ी ना मेरा बेटा है जो कि मैं तुझे मार के कुछ कर दूँ. So situation wise, I wouldn't have that much issues. I'd say okay, move on. Continue.
नहीं मेरे reaction कुछ अलग होते हैं. I wouldn't judge, but the point is एक ही question की like what made you believe in another god जब सारे gods एक ही होते हैं. It's just a blind
unknown personality.
It's just a blind worship unknown personality.
Yeah.
What made you think like that? वो clicking point पता नहीं लोगों के लिए होता है. And I really believe there's no point of changing religion because I feel like it's a really bad thing, mainly because in Hinduism, be it any religion, people who are grown up in religious families, they are grown up with saying religion, their god is like their supporting force, unseeable supporting force since childhood. Consider them as another parent itself. Because बहुत सारे books में religious books में लिखा होता है कि God is like the eternal parent of everybody. So basically, if your God is eternal parent for you, being you grown up in that family, at what cost or rate or what situation could ever happen in your life that you would have to change that eternal parent itself? Considering your personality is not the personality where all gods are one, even if you consider all gods are the same power, why do you have to change? इतना क्या है?
Editor, ये पहले डालना. मेरे साइड से, I am atheist. Okay. It's not like if I change my religion, I would not. Firstly, to clarify, because I know I've talked a lot of random bullshit in this episode and probably which I didn't mean to talk about. But from my side, I'm still an atheist. I'm not going to switch over to a religion and say, okay, I believe in Jesus or something like that. It's still going to remain the same.
Yeah.
It's not going to change for me as a person. Now, for you as a person, you might want to think, or people might want you to think, nahi, Christianity matlab seedhe like you'll become the God himself or something.
Okay.
Like पैसे बरस रहे होंगे तो ऐसे तुम लोगों को लगता है कर लो. वैसे भी क्या 3-6% क्या जितना 10% 6% from Christianity, 3% from Muslim, and 1% from Hindu. 10% of people who don't know their religion or who keep shifting are doing it. 10% of India's population is what, like 14-15 crore?
No,
Yeah.
इतना ज्यादा नहीं हो.
140 करोड़ का 10%.
हाँ okay.
हाँ, तो 10-15 करोड़ लोग बदल रहे हैं. तुम भी बदल लो. खुशी मिलती है, खुश रहो. एपिसोड देखते रहो.
भाई हमें बिजनेस मिलती रहनी चाहिए बस. We only care about that. तू बजा के मार चुदा. We don't care.
बस सब्सक्राइब का बटन हर कलर में मत बनाओ फिर से. यूट्यूब वालों अच्छा नहीं लगता है वो. I saw it after the last episode. It doesn't look good. It feels like confetti होती है ना.
हाँ.
Confetti जब like you know the whole like birthday party theme thing. It feels like that. It was easier. लाल, white, black. खत्म.
It was like the OG color.
तो वो करना मत
make
भूलो.
it छक्का and all.
वो करना मत भूलो. अगर ये एपिसोड पसंद आया तुम लोगों को तो नीचे लाइक का बटन है. I don't know what we talked in this episode, but हर एक episode
I hope it offends you.
Yes.
Offend करेगा तो views आएंगे.
And yeah, hopefully we see you next week with another episode, and we'll see you till then. Peace off.
मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? क्या है?
थोड़ी थोड़ी मेरी स्टोरी लगी.
What do you mean? ये क्या चल रहा है? What is this family secret?